everybody, and welcome to my podcast where I ramble about all things knitting and everything else I'm currently obsessing about. My name is Morgan. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry under Ramblin Needles, and YouTube as well, but you already know that. We have a podcast group as well on Ravelry, so if you just search Ramblin Needles Podcast on the groups tab in Ravelry, you will find us. It's not a very active group. That is on me, but I am hoping to be more active once the summer's up. Oh, excuse me. Summer is my busy time. Let's see, anything? I think that's it. It has been a while since I've done this. 2 months, actually, like really close to 2 months. So I'm out of practice. I'm going to ramble a whole lot more than normal. And yeah, thank you. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I say it every time. You know what you're in for. You chose to do this. And I am eternally grateful for you coming back. If you are a new viewer, welcome. Welcome to the crazy. Thank you for checking it out. I understand if it's not your cup of tea. But, you know. Thank you for giving me a shot. All right, so we'll jump right in with FOs. Rory is running around here somewhere, so she might pop up at some point. Rory is my dog, for those of you who don't know. Oh, and for those of you who are returning, I am in a different location. So a couple weeks ago, I moved my craft room sewing thing into a different room, and there's enough room where I can set up a podcast. So it's still in the early stages. I haven't emptied out the other craft room to get it in here, and I'm not sure I'm going to do that. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. So, but this hopefully will be the new podcasting space, and you can see the doggy door, and I bet you could see it in the. I just filmed my Stitches recap, and I bet you could see it too. And I'm over here batting Rory, and I didn't even realize it because she's trying to eat the cat, who is currently sitting over there. You can't see him, staring at me like I'm a crazy woman because he doesn't understand why I'm talking to myself. So I'm just going to pull down this stack of FOs, and I'll just roll them off one by one. Hi, there's Rory. She's over there. Okay, so first, we'll start with definitely not the first thing I finish, but these are big, chunky cable headbands. Headbands is the word. So they've got this big cable that goes all the way around them. I haven't trimmed the ends because they haven't been washed or blocked. So I have 2 in this colorway and 1 in this pumpkin orange colorway, which is actually showing up brighter on camera. It's more of a dull muted pumpkin and not a hunter's orange like it looks on camera. I actually have more of these that are not here. So I actually have 2 more in a graphite color, 1 more in this barley color, and 1 more in the pumpkin color, but I took those over to my booth to sell. So yeah, so I technically finished 7 of these. But yeah, so those are that. I'm trying to get it to not be so pumpkin orange, but it is. So I got that. Oh, I'm dropping things now too. Oh, I forgot to say, this might get uploaded in 2 parts if I can't figure out, I've got an editing thing to splice them together. So I'm gonna mess with that, but if I don't like it or it's frustrating me, I'll just upload them in 2 parts because that's how my camera does for some reason on my phone after 30 minutes is split. So hopefully I can keep this either under 30 minutes or splice it, but if it's uploaded in 2 parts, don't be surprised. So next up we've got, so let's do this. So this is just a basic beanie. It's got a 2x2 rib. You can see 2x2 rib. It's the Red Heart metallic, I think. Oh, I don't know where the tag is. The Red Heart metallic in red. And so I knit that up to try. It's just a basic beanie with the 2x2 rib. Like I've talked about before, I have a craft show coming up, and I need things and all the trailers because I'm a huge movie nerd. for like the winter Christmas movies, they all are wearing these like sparkly red hats. So I thought I'll get a few of those. That, you know, plus it's really pretty. I'm not gonna put it on because I am wearing a hat because my hair was not cooperating with me today. I did not knit this hat. It's actually, I'll show you, a Pro Wrestling Tees hat. I got it in my crate that comes every month. But it was just sitting here, so I threw it on. Yeah. So there's this hat. Again, hasn't been washed. Especially on most of my stuff I knit, especially if I craft shows and that, is in acrylic or an acrylic blend. So, you know, I don't really block or, you know, that. So I will, when I get enough for a load of laundry, I will fill up the sinks or a bathtub with hot water and put in just cheap conditioner, because it does work. And soak everything in cheap conditioner. I let it soak until I put it in super hot water, because it's not going to fill because it's acrylic. With conditioner, mix it all in there, get it in there, and then I let it soak until the water turns cold. And then I wash them with the Downy Free and Clear fabric softener with my in my washer with the laundry detergent, and it makes them super soft. Even though this is already really soft. Like Red Heart's gotten softer through the years. So yeah, so nothing's been like woven or washed or blocked or anything, because that's it. Next up, I actually finished this morning. As you can see, there's 2 ends up here because I decreased it, and then I kept going until there was only 2 stitches left because I was an idiot and forgot I was making a bun hat. So it's got the hole on the top. This is knit out of the Red Heart Hookah yarn. That's super, super soft. Just kind of want it. I almost want to make a sweater out of this, even though I know I'll never wear it. Because it'll be way too hot. My body temperature already runs way too hot. So this is, I don't remember the colorway. I know the white's pearl, but I don't remember what this is called. Yeah, so I knit this. It's got, did I do a 2? I did a 2x2 rib. I think you can see it. Fuzzy bun hats. So I'll be making, you'll see a bunch more of these. So I've got that. And then I've got, so I knit this hat out of the Red Heart Scarfy yarn. I don't remember the colorway of this one. Purple to taupe, something, I think, like that. I don't know. So there's that. This just has a 1x1 rib on it. All the rest of them have a 1x1 that I have, yeah. So I've got that one, and I actually have a matching cowl for it, but I had to rip it back because I'm an idiot and forgot that I have a pom-pom that needs to go on it. It's over there, but it's just a pom-pom that has to be done on like this. So it actually, I had to rip it all back because I forgot it's gonna match all the other ones, so it'll look like this, just within this colorway. But I did a 2x2 rib, but I knit, instead of 6 rows of the ribbing, I knit 10 rows, and then knit the amount of rows that I have, that I figured out for the cowl that I like, the size that I like, and didn't have enough to finish it. So it's in a ball next to the pom-pom, actually being waiting to be knit. So, but there will be a matching cowl for that. And then I've got this hat. This is out of, yeah, this is out of the Bernat Cake Pops. I don't remember the colorway name. But yeah, so I knit that. It's got the pom-pom. I have a Clover pom-pom maker. This was knit on the large one, so the blue one. And it goes, you know, it's just kind of like a gray to that. And then I actually knit this one, so if it just keeps going. And I don't remember if I have a pom-pom for this or not. If I had enough yarn to do a pom-pom. I will. I'll just probably put a black pom-pom on it. But yeah, so hats are a big seller for me at craft shows, so I do knit a lot of hats. So I've got these 2 from the Karen Cake. Or not Karen. This was a Bernat Pop Cake. My Walmart cleared some down, so I had a Bernat Pop Cake, but I don't remember the colorway name for it. Because I'm really bad at things like that. So there's those 2. And then I have this. This was knit out of a Karen Cake. This one was knit out of the same one I knit the flax light out of for, or the flax, I mean, out of for my cousin's baby. I had enough left to do a hat. I don't think I had enough to do a pom-pom. I feel like I kind of was playing yarn chicken at the end, but I don't remember. Sometimes I can tell by the, yeah, I was playing yarn chicken because I can tell by how long I left the tail. So there's that. I don't remember the colorway name, but I have that one. If you can't tell, I'm into a self-striping hat right now. And then there's this one, which was knit out of a carrot cake as well. I don't remember the colorway name either. It didn't have a tag on it. So these two, I know that one had a tag, but I don't remember what it was. This one didn't have a tag, and I got it on clearance at Michael's because it just had a thing that said carrot cake and the UPC on it. That, and then I have a matching cowl for that as well. So the idea I did was kind of, and then it'll go into, so the color starts at the dark and goes up and goes into the light, even though that, yeah, that's how it went, I think. And I have enough to do a pom-pom, but it would be this light brown on the bottom. And I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm going to see if in that cake left over, I might dissect it and do this on top, or I might do no pom-pom at all. So we'll see about that. And then I have, this is the Scarfy silver to white colorway. The Lion Brand Scarfy. I do know that. Because I have another ball and I was looking at it this morning. I probably wouldn't. So I've got a pom-pom on that. Just, again, the Clover Pom-Pom Maker yarn pom-pom out of the same yarn. So just a basic beanie with the pom-pom. And a matching cowl as well. So whichever way it doesn't have a direction. So I've got those. And then I've got another skein of this that I'm actually going to make a scarf. And then if I have enough left over, make a hat. Just so if you'd rather have a hat and a matching scarf than a cowl, then you've got options, because I'm all about options. I just threw that hat way over top of the pile that I was aiming for. And then my final object is, I had it sitting here and Rory sat on it. So it's full of dog hair. So it's got to be, it hasn't been washed or blocked or anything. So I need to do that. This is the Sunset Mesa Cowl by Native Knitter. I'm pretty sure that's what she is on. That's what she's on Instagram. And she's either Native Knitter or Native Knits on Ravelry. But she released a pattern collection. I bought them all, by the way. I saw them and I was like, I must have them. This one jumped out at me. So this is her Sunset Mesa Cowl. So it is not ribbing, it's garter, and it is rolling a little bit. And I did it in acrylic because that's what I had. And I really didn't want to wait to knit it. And I just realized I never posted photos of my finished objects. God, I'm so bad at that. I will though. But this, I'm going to try. You can block acrylic if you do steaming, if you steam block it. So I am going to do that after I shed it. So, but I've got that and I really like it. I got yarn at Stitches that I might make her other cowl, the Peaceful People cowl, and it's got a matching hat, but I don't know yet. So, but yeah, so there's that. And I think that is all the finished objects I have. I'm sure I'm missing something, or, you know, it's already been sent somewhere, like, I don't know. So let's dive into whips, and we are at 14 minutes, so not bad. So first whip I actually only have two whips, so is this sock. So I'll pull it out of here. So this is the black is just Patton's Croy black, and then this is, the stripes are Knit Picks Felici in the Firefighter colorway. It's a Firefighter, yeah. So I got the heel in. I'm just past the heel. This actually took 2 stitches Midwest. So I'd already had the toe cast on. So from this marker to here, I knit at stitches. And then I kind of put it down and to work on other things. And just picked it back up a couple days ago and got to the heel and put the heel in and then put it back down. So yeah, so I'm working on that. Here is the cake. It's all, ugh. They will be shorty socks, so I just have to, you know, it'll be done soon if I just give if I just actually put the effort into it, I could have it done by tonight. I could probably have the matching one with it. So normally I knit my socks 2x2 or 2x2, 2 at a time. But going to stitches, I didn't want to be worried about yarn tangling or yarn management or anything. I just wanted that, so I have that. This needle cozy is actually from Lila Styles. So I will show you the bag I got in Acquisitions, but she sent that with me. So I really I like it. It's Harry Potter. And if you notice, the snaps have their Harry Potter. Let's show this way. They're Harry Potter, so I really like it. And this is currently living in a bag I made specifically for stitches because I didn't have any bag with handles. So I made it with my Doctor Who fabric. So you can see it's Doctor Who graffiti. I got it at Joann's. It didn't have hardly any. And then I've got a Doctor Who on the inside because double Doctor is better than no Doctor. And then it's got the inside fabric as the handle. So I could just walk around with it, swoop down my wrist, and knitting away. So there's that. I don't know if I have any fabric left to make bag split in the shop. I will have to check. I didn't get that much at Joann's because I cleared the bat. And then my next whip and last whip, living in my Marvel Comics giant bag that I made myself to house specifically this project, is my Saturday Morning Sweater by Tristan of Dragon Horde Designs, Dragon Horde Yarn, That Crafty Dragon, and the Girls in the Art Cafe. So here, I just bound off the body yesterday. So I got, yeah, and it is, I knit the ribbing longer than the pattern called for. So it is a little bit longer on the body, but not by, I think, I knit 4 inches of ribbing and the pattern called for, I think, 2. Or I knit just shy of 4 inches. I knit till I was done knitting the ribbing, and then I bound off. But I wanted it longer. I wanted the ribbing longer, especially because I plan to knit the sleeves a little longer than she calls for in the pattern. I also plan on doing a thumb hole, so I just have to do that now. So the sleeves just have to be picked up, which is not actually going to happen until next week. I am going to, my family and I might be going camping, not next week, but I want it for camping, but I have too much stuff to do this week and with making sure I have enough for craft shows and that, so getting it an income is more important than finishing my sweater. So I will be working on the rest of this week is being prioritized towards knitting for the craft show, and then next week I will pick up for the sleeves, and that'll kind of be my evening laying in bed knitting, because sleeves shouldn't take me too long, especially it's an Aran weight sweater. So I'm knitting this out of Lion Brand's Pound of Love, which is technically a worsted weight, but I got gauge for an Aran weight, so I went with it. The top one is the Claret colorway, and then the bottom one is charcoal, so very my colors. And I'm loving, I was a little nervous because I actually have these cast on, I have all of the collars cast on for Christmas gifts. And then I was a little nervous about one, because my aunt likes like really oversized sweaters and that to lounge in. But I was a little nervous that it wouldn't be big enough. Like the size I chose. But having knit this and tried it on for me, the size I chose for her is going to be perfect. That's kind of why I knit mine first instead of just jumping into Christmas gifts. Was as a test. Okay, so that's all the knitting. So next up is acquisitions. So, like I said, I placed an order with Lila Styles. So I have had my eye on the Spellman mortuary bag forever. And before you say anything, I know I can make bags, but I can't do this. So, if I can't do it, of course I'm going to buy it. And then she messaged me and she's like, hey, I added something to your bag. I really love it. I hope you love it. And I was like, oh, yes, what'd you do? Give me. And then I was like a child, like, is the mail here? Is the mail here? Is the mail here? And shipping is super quick, by the way. She put the Sabrina one on the back, which I absolutely love. So this is from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix, which I love. It did. The first couple episodes took some adjustment because I knew it wasn't going to be like my Sabrina that I grew up with, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. But it's so good. Once you displace yourself from like the original Sabrina, you get it. So, but I love it, and I got the handle. I opted for the handle, and then she sent me the DPN cozy. She said she's thinking about making them, and she's like, "Are they big enough?" And I'm like, "I just use circular needles, so I knit mine on magic loop, so they work perfect for that." So I love it. I've never had one before, so excuse me. I love it. So I got this, and I love it. It's actually the tag for that might be in here. Hold on. No, it's not. But the sparkly yarn is, because I'm getting ready to cast on another one. I chucked it in here. And then I got from Bad with Girl Studios. That's nothing that goes in here. She had a with Simply Serving, so she had the Light Fury and the Night Fury, which is How to Train Your Dragon. Love it. I love it. I love those series. They're awesome. Hi, baby. So you got a charm. So I went with Night Fury. I went with Toothless. So I got, it's glaring in the package, so I'm going to take it out of the package. Let's see if that helps at all. So you can see the Night Fury charm, which, he's running away. I love it. And I love the detail of the Toothless in the back. So it's that. I'm going to stick this back in the package so I don't lose it, because I lose things. And then this is the yarn. So it was the yarn and charm. So here's her tag. And I got it on the 75-25 merino nylon blend. So 462 yards for 100 grams. But I really pull the tag up. I really like it. So I'm not 100% what I'm going to make with this. But whatever I do, I know it's going to be gorgeous. And then, so, not knitting acquisitions, but I do kind of want to show you my range of things. I've been in a really weird mood lately. And I do go through kind of like just, I'm one of those not really depressive moods where it's just like nothing I want to watch is on Netflix, or what I'm currently watching is just like, and it's not that I can watch the same show all day long. Like I can watch Supernatural all day long, or I can watch, Sons of Anarchy. I could binge that and just keep watching. Mine's, but I was just in a weird little like, I want to watch something different. And then they put Jackass 3 on Amazon, and I was like, I haven't watched Jackass in forever. So I turned it on, and then I wanted to watch all the others, and they weren't on there. So I ordered the complete Jackass collection off of, the movie collection. It doesn't have the show on there, off of Amazon. It was only $13. So it's a 7 movie. It's got Bad Grandpa and Bad Grandpa 0.5, but I'm really just more interested in these. Like, Bad Grandpa, it's not a bad movie. It's just not what I was in the mood for. I wanted to see somebody get hit in the face with a basketball. But I've been watching these like crazy because I watched them all the way through, and then I watched them, the ones that had commentary, I watched them with the commentary and all the deleted scenes and everything. So I've been in a Jackass mood lately, and I'm obsessed. And then it's funny. Oh, I didn't bring that one here. The movie The Ringer, I love The Ringer, but it wasn't on anything. And I own it, but when I went and found it, my disc isn't in there, it's nowhere to be found. So, I mean, somebody borrowed it, or, it got lost or broken or something, and I have the case, but no disc. Whatever. Our thrift store had it, so I bought The Ringer, and then they had the Dudesons movie, which, if you are a Jackass fan, you know who the Dudesons are. And I love it. They have a YouTube channel. I watch Yarner's YouTube channel every time he uploads. So I got that. It's been forever since I'd watched that. 7. And then I got Hidden Figures. It was unopened at the thrift store. So I got that because I absolutely love this movie. So I have Hidden Figures. And then they had this. So it's Alice in Wonderland, but it's the illustrated version. It's got Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, or The Adventures in Wonderland, Look Through the Looking Glass. So it's like, it's got the drawings and all that. And so it's, it's that, I had to get it. So I got that. So that is my weird little, like, you can just see when I try to explain, it's like, oh yeah, I like this, and most people are like, but you like this, and yeah, but I like everything. So, yeah, I think that's why people had a hard time. A lot of people tried to put me when I was younger in like specific, you belong in this box, but you could also go, like I didn't fit in just one box, and I still don't fit in one box. I really like that. So, yeah. All right. So that's everything I've bought. I'm 90% sure. I could be so wrong. There could be stuff sitting there staring at me and I don't even know it. Yeah, so I got these. Something is sitting here staring at me. I bought these little Wonder Clips. They're the off-brand ones off of Amazon. So they come in this little tin, but I thought just to try it. And they're actually really good. And they, when you do pinch something with them, they hurt. So watch out for that. Yeah, and then fabric, but fabric's over here. We don't need to talk about how much fabric I bought. Yeah, so podcasts. I've been watching, of course, Katie from Jordy Knits, and Laura from The Lonely Knitter. Hi, girls. I watched The Hairy Sheep, and A Homespun House, The Crazy Sock Lady, Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, of course, Grocery Girls. I know I watched... It's been 2 months. I've pretty much watched everything that is in my subscription channel. I'm trying to think of who else is in there, though. Who else I watched? Honeybee Knits. A new one to me is, not necessarily new to me, a crocheting Hoovian. I've watched hers. She's not new because I've been watching her for the last couple of months, but I always seem to, leave it out or watch it, after the podcast, kind of how my filming was, and then it wasn't, but, yeah, so I've been watching her. Let's see. The Stranded podcast. I've been watching the Stranded podcast. Knitting Expact. Yeah. Pretty much anybody in my subscription list I've been watching, because it's been 2 months, so I've watched, anything and everything. Sorry, it sounded like somebody pulling up my driveway and nobody's supposed to be here, so that threw me a little bit. Yeah, I think that's all the nitty goodness I have for you. So I actually did relatively well for not filming for 2 months. So we are going to be moving into Ramble. So I'm going to pick up my sock and knit on that while I talk to you. So yeah, so if you don't want to stick around for Ramble, I completely understand. Thank you for, watching this long. And I will see you all next week. And for those of you who are sticking around to hear what I've been doing, I appreciate it. So I will jump into that now. So yeah, it's been 2 months since I've podcasted. So it was Fair Week, but I actually had Fair Weeks. So we did Newton County Fair, which is the county over from us. We've never done their fair before. So we did their fair this year. And that one turned out just to be evening, so it wasn't as hard, but we expected it to be like our fair. Sorry, I dropped a stitch. And it wasn't. So going into that next year, we'll know. And then, so we did that fair, and then we went into our fair, which is all day, every day, Saturday to Saturday. Which, it's a lot of fun. We were busier this year because remember I had said that I would, if you watched the last one, I would podcast. I was going to do a podcast or live in the middle of the afternoon when we have kind of our between lunch and dinner. We never had a between lunch and dinner. So it was crazy, crazy busy, which is good. I'm not complaining. I'm complaining a little bit because I thought I was going to die after the fair. But it was a lot of fun. I got to do, and I'm lucky enough that I get to do the events still. So my sister-in-law actually helped out in the trailer a lot. So she did the nights that I did the events. She was in the trailer. So that first Saturday, they had wrestling. And if you know me, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm generally always wearing a wrestling shirt. So I did that. And then I there was an illusionist there. So I did that, an illusionist escape artist. So I did that with my aunt's family. That was a lot of fun. And my aunt's mom actually got to go up on, not got to, we kind of forced her up there, and then she went up on stage and did that, so it was a lot of fun watching her do that. And then I did the demo derby. Now, they're on my highlights on my Instagram, they were on my stories, and that is like the most redneck I get, but something about the demo derby is, I love the demo derby. The demo derby is awesome. And I went with my sister-in-law and then met up with her family, which I've known forever. So it was, got to sit with them, and that was a lot of fun. I wanted to go to the moto jumping on Tuesday night, but I didn't end up going. It was one of those that I could have gone, but then I thought, not that I didn't want to go by myself, because I'll go by myself. I didn't. I thought I dropped another stitch. I didn't. I just decided not to go. And the people I talked to said it was just so I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I don't do rides, so it doesn't bug me that I'm at these events and I can't do rides. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't do rides, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Let's see. After the fair was Stitches, and I have a whole Stitches recap video that I'm not sure if it's getting uploaded before or after this, but it will be uploaded soon, hopefully. Yeah, so we did Stitches, and that was a blast. I got to meet up with my girls, Tierney and Mariah, which was awesome. We got to meet in person for the first time, so that was a lot of fun. And then, let's see, just basically events, events after events after events. It's just, summer is, like, stupid busy. It's ridiculous, but it's fun. I have a lot of fun, and I get to do things that I don't normally get to do, I mean, people's always like, oh, you get to go at this time. I'm like, yeah, but I'm in a trailer. I don't get to see a lot of festivals. So, because I'm in the trailer, so I don't really get to walk around and go and do all the festivals, which is fine, because it's not like I used to do them before the trailer, so. I'm trying to think if anything fun and exciting has happened since I last talked to you. I don't think so. I live a pretty boring life. I sit at home and knit and hang with the dogs, or or I work. There's really nothing, not that I love my life. Not that I don't love my life. I do, I love it. Just compared to some people, I'm not, out and about all the time, or running around, or, have an outside life. Let's see. Yeah, I really haven't done anything. Every time I've went to podcasts, I've either had to do something or have been feeling so, that it's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I wasn't sure I was actually going to get to film today, because I thought I actually had to smoke today. So a food truck trailer with my family, and we do smoked pulled pork. So I have a smoker where I have to smoke the pork. So if I say I have to smoke today, that's what I'm doing. But I don't actually have to smoke till tomorrow, because it's hard to podcast, because I have to go out, make sure the fire's going and keep on that. So it's hard to be able to do things like this when I have to go out to the smoker like every 20, 30 minutes. Sometimes, like last time I smoked, some days the wind's my friend, some days it's my mortal enemy. And last time it was my mortal enemy, and I couldn't keep the fire going. So every 10 minutes I was out there messing with it. So that's hard to podcast when you do things like that. I really don't think I've done. I'm trying to think. I've got my yarn tangled. But yeah, I think that's it. I live a pretty, I wouldn't say boring, because it's not boring to me, but to some people it might be boring. I live a pretty mellow life. So I've got an event this weekend, which is just going to run me down, because it will, because the amount of people that I see and interact with in like a 5-hour span is ridiculous. But hopefully, hopefully it doesn't try to kill me. But it'll be a lot of fun. I have to dye my hair. If you can see, it's like pretty silvery, which right now it looks fine at the end if I wear a hat. But the top, either my roots have grown out, and then it's like the color's washed out, so it's like this blondie greenish color, so I kind of look like the hooker on the corner. That was a little directive, but you know what I'm talking about when I say that. yes, I'll dye my hair next week. So next time you see me, I will look like an ink pen busted on my head, which is always fun. And yeah, I don't think... My family, we're thinking about going on a camping trip, so that'll be fun. I'm actually going to make I want the sweater done for that, and then that. So I might do a little like vlog thing if we do go camping and see how that goes, because I've never really done a vlog. I was going to do one at Stitches, and then I completely forgot. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, thank you for sticking around for my rambling and my yeah-ums, because I feel like I do that 24/7, especially when I'm talking to a camera. I will see you all hopefully next week, if not the week after. Have a lovely, lovely time. Bye.